What is up, ace holes? Welcome back to more Gwent. Yeah, we did it. I did it. I'm back. Today we're gonna play some cultists the way Slama intended, in Skellige. I wanted to revisit the Svalblod self-wound deck that I played a little while back, and because I had a lot of fun with it, but I also got a lot of comments, or not a lot, but relatively many comments, respectful, nice comments. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying I got some comments about, some things that I maybe did wrong. And I mean, you're absolutely right. One of the things, not something that I did wrong, but just something that, it was missing in a video that I advertised as Svalblod is here. And that is, Svalblod didn't do much. And I actually don't know if he does more today than he did last time, but this time I'm not advertising this as a Svalblod deck. This is just Self-Wound. Earth Sign Ritual, Svalblod thematic deck with Svalblod in it. But Svalblod he's just a card in here. He's just a good card in here. Like, he definitely puts in the work, but, maybe he doesn't explode, because that seems to be what people want him to do. Maybe he does explode, but he does some fun stuff. But yeah, one of the comments was that I kept forgetting to use Svalblod Totem, and sometimes I even used leader charges on just random shit instead of Totem, which was on the board. Very simply, I'm an old man. I grew up with Svalblod Totem just being a single-use order effect, so I forgot. Today, I don't think I forgot. I use this card quite a lot. I'm a big fan of it, and I think I rectified that mistake. A second mistake that I made was just using leader charges, just in general, very willy-nilly, without Svalblod on the board. And there were a few people who wanted me to save the charges a little bit more and use them with Svalblod for more nukes. And like I said, Svalblod is not... I don't think I got him to do like insane amounts of stuff today. But I definitely preserved my charges a lot more for him. So, again, another mistake that I hope that I rectified. Otherwise, I just want to quickly go over some new cards in the deck that we're trying out. I took out Artis. I love Artis, but Artis he's more of a deck on his own. Like, he's his own archetype, and he just has anti-synergy with our big units like Svalblod, Melusine, Fukusia into either one of those. Well, she can't do Svalblod, but Fukusia into Melusine or Champion of Svalblod. So I took him out, and I didn't really miss him. I mean, I love him. I want to play a dedicated artist deck, but in this deck, I don't think he was right. Instead, we're doing Ceres Fearless, who provides the same amount of thinning. One provision cheaper, though. And she comes out, for free. Gives us a little bit of tempo. Her order effect is really good. I probably didn't use it to its full potential, but it is really good. She is an engine. She is a free engine that thins your deck. She's really good. I've been wanting to play with this card ever since she came out. And I'm a big fan. Secondly, I took out the Greatsword, because while the Greatsword does actually have great synergy with Svalblod, when we don't have Svalblod, the Greatsword usually is terrible. So I took him out, but his spirit sort of lives on in Heron Kaduk, because Bear Witcher does a similar thing. Bear Witcher dealing 3 damage to self and 3 damage to an enemy, that is 6 damage, just like the Greatsword does on deploy, just like Svalblod requires to spawn a Fanatic. So that synergy still exists. Heron Kaduk, however, gives us some carryover with the order effect, gives us more options. There are multiple options on this card that we can utilize in this deck. The card wasn't super impressive. I mean, it's just a good, solid card. But I didn't play for it very well. For sure. But I still want it in here because having 2 locations allows me to comfortably play Bearification. Now, spoiler alert, there are no scenarios in this video, so I don't get to use this offensively. But Bearification is just a really cool card. I've always been a fan of this card. It's a 10 for 5 when used on your own side of the board, which is really, really good. And if you can hit a scenario, here's the beautiful thing. Here's why I think Bearification can actually be really, really good in Svalblod. If you turn a scenario, an enemy scenario, into a bear, a 6-power bear, and then Svalblod comes down and just nukes the board. Like, he can partially or fully negate the downside of Bearification. If you nuke 6 times with Svalblod, killing that bear, like, that was just an extra unit you gave them. So if you fully kill the bear with Svalblod, you actually just removed a scenario for 5 provisions, no downside. If that bear is left at 2 power, that's still really, really good. So not only is it thematically appropriate, because you're turning shit into bears, that's what we're all about here, it's also potentially really synergistic. And if scenarios become very prevalent, I think Svalblod decks with Bearification could actually be really, really good. Really spicy. Last new card is just Mardrome. It's thematic. It's nice to have a card that puts points on our board without being a unit, because besides the obvious units that, you know, soak up Svalblod pings, we otherwise don't want too many units, because that's just extra negative points from Svalblod a lot of the time. So just having a card that it's just a special card. No units involved, except for the target. It's good with Armored Drakkar. If we don't have a priest pinging our Drakkar, we have multiple ways to still getting value for this card, and Mardrome is one of those. So that's very good. Still thinking about taking out Oneiromancy and putting in Royal Decree instead. I think I talked about this last time. I've opted out of that change for now, because there wasn't really anything I wanted to use those provisions on this time around, but that could still happen. Okay. A long intro here, but you know, I like talking. I like going over the deck. I know there are going to be people watching this who are not familiar with this deck, who are maybe not very familiar with the game in general, and so they maybe appreciate hearing more of a detailed explanation. If you do want to see more gameplay with a very similar deck, only a select few cards are different, I do have a video from last season or the season before that. I don't remember. But not much has changed since, so the video should still be very relevant. So if you want to see more gameplay with that, go check it out. But for now, I'm going to jump into the games for this one. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. I had a lot of fun. Self-Wound is an old school personal favorite of mine, so I had a great time. I hope you do too. Enjoy the video. Nilfgaard. Wouldn't have it any other way. Oh, Untitled Hospitality. At least it's different, if not. If not fun, at least it's different. Let's see. It is Nilfgaard, so Freya's Blessing is probably Mardrome. Nope. Svalbard Priest, probably not that good, right? Because it gets buffed. It does a big buff. Which I don't like. Let's go with the totem. mean, they can buff our Berserk units. Why is it that whenever I play a deck, the first match is always something that just in some stupid way just completely counteracts what I'm trying to do? I feel like that happens a lot. And it's like a random deck that I never see otherwise. But just this one time. It's always the first match, and it's often Nilfgaard, but not always. It's not always Nilfgaard. It was Skellige last time with the Ihara Quacks on Melitele. Why did... I'm not even going to talk about that one. Because it hurts too much.
The good of the Empire, that is what matters.
Falsiri. Do they always play this, or is this Golden Nekker version? I'm a little bit unsure. God, I wish this would have been killed instead, so I could have done that. I know I'm not helping anyone by going big. I'm helping them. But I'm not helping anyone I like. I'm not helping the Svalblod. Well, we got their leader out of them. That's good. I think that's good. This probably being wasted is not as good. Let's see, I don't want to brick. What are you looking at? 6? That's not a lot, but we can make that work. We can make it happen. Are they dumping Milton or what? I mean, now is as good a time as any to play Wildkarl. To use the totem to not waste too many pings. Let's just do this. See, what do? Boost self by the last boost you give to an enemy this round. Okay. Still haven't seen anything more than 9 provisions. So I'm still kind of suspecting Nekker, Roach and Knickers, and even the Vial. I know a lot of Nekker decks struggle to actually have artifacts to put in their deck. Although with Nilfgaardian Knights, they could probably pull off some Megascopes, I think. See, is this wasted? Are they gonna pass? No, they played down to 6. They're not passing. And if they are a Nekker deck, well, one thing's for sure, they don't read cards. It's a shame that he stops being a cultist when he transforms. I I don't think it should be like that. The Bear Abominations are cultists, so why shouldn't he be? Locking Melusine, what are you doing? Oh, Golden Nekker is not going to save you now. What are they giving Zeal? What are they giving Zeal in a Nekker deck? Wow, I really don't know. We can have more rain. Let's see, you're damaged by 4. So I could do this. It's pretty good. And this. Master of Puppets? No. What do you do? Move all statuses from an enemy unit to self. That doesn't matter. Okay. I mean, I might as well. I mean, I guess I'm not really gaining that much from it, but it's fine. Oh, I love this engine setup. Skellige Self-Wound has the best engine setups. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. What are you giving Zeal in this deck? What card am I not thinking of? Knights? A neutral card? An interesting choice indeed. All right, let's a go. Let us a go. Bear Witcher, what you got? What you got? Yes, yes. Yeah, Master of Puppets. I figured. I'm not too concerned. Let's see. Can I set up a small unit here? With this, like how small? How small can we go? Heal this by 1, take this to 3. Is that worth it? Or just this? It would have been funny to send this back at 1 strength. Like, that would have been really, really fun. We can't do it. Okay, we lowered their carryover a little bit. 5 points versus... Besides, if we nuke with Svalblod 5 times, this is literally no points. I love it. I love Svalblod. Let's see, we can Aneromancy 4... I mean, I like the Drakkar, I like the Veteran. Let's see, what do we have? We can also res something. I think we just keep this. Let's see if they have some graveyard banish. I mean, I have... You know, I have a 14. I have my man. That's fine.
Sacrifices must be made on both sides.
I was going to res the Svalblod priest, but then I remembered, Fukusha can res her. That sucks. That sucks. Okay. How about... just a, is he Drakkar or Veteran? Drakkar or Veteran? Like this... This will only be boosting... twice. Let's see, do I need both pings? Do I need all pings? Let's see, I Svalblod, damage. I'm gonna say no. I don't think I need all of them. I just remembered this. This is gonna play him. Oh no. I'm actually not gonna be able to use this properly. That sucks. But I wanna. Do I wanna? Oh, I messed this up. Fuck, I messed it up bad. I messed it up bad. No. Wait, what? Oh, because Fukusha was doomed. Fukusha was doomed. Okay, I messed up. I should have saved. I should have, if I just counted my pings, I should have saved one ping, and that would have let me done way more. So that was... that was one of the things I was not going to mess up today. But at least I saw it. At least I saw it. I knew what I did wrong. I have to be even more sparing with my pings. Alright, playing against monsters, I'll be using my my pings, my Earthstone Ritual pings, even more sparingly this time around. Wild Hunt, I mean, we have ways to negate the frost, so this isn't too bad. An Armored Drakkar would be nice. That's also nice. I'm gonna... Yes! Ooh, 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 ooh. Let's go. Let us go. Okay. This is decent. This is decent. Don't draw Ceres. Alright, alright, good. I don't need two of these. I mean, they're decent against Frost. But I'd rather have two of these than this Berserker. I'm gonna say no. But that's a hesitant no. That's a very hesitant no. Having multiple targets for the priest is really good, because even if they move it, because they have a lot of movement, like we can re-establish a few targets. Okay, but just use leader charges more sparingly. Very important. Even more movement. Okay, but he goes to 5. I'll still do it. Like, what are they gonna do? Move the priest again? Okay, this could be a double Svalblod game, which is nice. Oh no. Oh, I don't like that at all. I mean, as a wild hunt enthusiast, you know, I respect it, and I acknowledge the very good toad they just got. But as a Svalbard priest armored Drakkar enthusiast, I'm not into it. I'm not into having my Drakkar killed when I don't have a res. First time deals 6 damage to units each turn. I don't have a lot of ways to do it. Okay, he'll deal with the frost. He will deal with the frost on melee. That's fine. I think we get Melusine to deal with it in range because we have Restore in hand. If she gets damaged a lot, that is fine. If she gets moved, I think that's also fine. Phantom for the instant kill. Very interesting. Let's try to deal with shit in the back here. Okay, starting next turn, I have to... Starting next turn, I have to get ahead, which is not going to be easy. We have Svalblod. Svalblod can do some damage here. Svalblod is a nice man. He's a very nice man. He's a big bear, like myself. Besides the gay part of bear. I am not that. Okay. That's an expensive Imler's Wrath for them just to kill a 5 provision man. I mean, we don't want her to get too low. Oh, Ceres. Let's see, heal by 6. Healing by 6 is not great. That's a bit much. I can heal you by 2. Please don't kill Melusine. Okay, she goes to 4. She goes to 4. That's going to be hard for them to deal with. We are ahead. Just as I wanted. Just as I wanted. Second leader charge. No. Sarah's, no. Please don't get dominance. Please don't get dominance. Whatever you do, please don't get dominance. Don't go higher than 7. Don't have Tirnalia. You don't have Tirnalia. They're not going higher than 7. Sarah's lives. She lives to see another day. So you have to deal 4 more damage. If I can do 2. That's not what I meant to do. But it's okay. It's okay. Whoa, 48 to 14. Dude, Svalblod is hard. He's hard to calculate. Pass. Are you not? You have to. How does Wild Hunt? They've spent Imler's Wrath. How does Wild Hunt? That's not how. See, I'm trying to make a video. And you'd think at rank 1. Like, I don't mean to shit talk this person, but this is rank 1. There is no excuse. Oh my god. Round 1 isn't this important. I mean, it's pretty important. Like, I have major setup, you're at devotion deck, you've already spent your tall punish, yeah. What is this? Okay, I think this is gonna be hard to use. I don't want 2 of those. That, really? Really?
Bow before mortal prayer.
I mean, hey, if I don't get something here next turn, next round, we might be in trouble. But I have 3 draws, 2 mulligans. I'm gonna see half my deck, and there are 3 cards that I think can secure a win here, so... Aren't you glad Ardgaith has Echo SSSYYY9933? Aren't you glad? It's so good that it has Echo. Because that Echo always comes into play when you don't really give a shit. Okay. Yeah, whatever. Okay, I think part of my issue is that when I'm resurrecting Svalblod with Sugdriff right, like, I don't have, like, the setup to make him good then. Like, I understand how to make him work when you play him with the deploy, because then, you know, you set things in action, then you can just keep triggering the bear abominations. So I think maybe my problem is just that he's not as good of a res target, and that's kind of hurting. Okay. Blaze of Glory. Well, that sure beats Patricidal Fury, but it still raids. Okay, that's probably okay. That's probably okay. I mean, they're gonna kill off my guys, which sucks. And it's still a tier deck, which is actually really tilting, because I just lost a tier, being a stupid card. Like, even if I had an answer for him, I still would have lost, despite being a card up, because he was worth so many points on an uncounterable deploy effect. And it's not like he even adds anything fun to the game. Oh, you killed that. That's fine. Do you have another removal? Primal Savagery does not deal 4 yet, which is really good, because that would have been so bad. Yeah, so I think my problem is I've had too much belief in like the double Svalblod game plan, but the fact is, like, sure, he can be a good Signiferous right target under the right circumstances, but it's really with the deploy to help him out. That's when he's really good. So I should use my Ursan Ritual Pings more sparingly, and I should use Svalbard himself more sparingly. And that should be good. So we have a little bit of a setup going here. Alright. I can use this. But to what end? Just gonna hope it doesn't randomly ping my little man. I mean, he probably will. I should not have I think I would have been safer just holding on to that last charge just to guarantee the Arnvold here. I could use the leader charge, but that seems so bad. Okay, no. Oh. Close. Very close. Okay, I mean, winning round 1 and even is good. Tier has not evolved. We have Svalblod. I think we just gotta go. You know, we just gotta go. Arnvold is not doing me that many favors. I mean, he probably just dies. I don't think I need this. Kind of risky with the Fearless. She is 1 charge away. I would have loved this on Neuromancy right now. Totem, Melusine. I didn't even think about that. That she would trigger him instantly. Okay, there's a second Warlord. It's a slow play. If nothing else, it's a slow play. Now Primal Savagery can just kill this man. Please spawn on the ranged row. Good. Good, good, good. Because I'm gonna have to Fukushia this, I think. Ugh, they don't have a second one, right? Right. Should I get this instead? It's more rain. It's less susceptible. Is it okay to use one? Like, I want to just use one just to immediately get this to... I have to. Against raids, like, I need it to survive. Now both my engines need 7 damage to kill. That sucks, but not nearly as much. That's fine. That's fine. And now I sort of trust this. I could Svalblod. That would immediately put this back to somewhere worth being. Maybe try to put this down first. That's probably a good idea. Try to see if it sticks. No. But I wonder, do they have aced and tier? Because that's a lot. That's a lot. Okay, and do I Svalblod here? Is that even something I do?
The goddess protect you from all evil.
Seen it all already. I had some.
I mean, killing these, I lose rain value, right?
Here's a raid. Matter not. Village we pillage.
And aced. Aced will, during your turn. Okay, so it doesn't matter too much. I think we go for it. Take some points away from that too. Oh. Straight into the Fukushia. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice.
Your descendants, my beloved, sacrifices for legacy.
I kind of fucked it up though, didn't I? Again. I really think I fucked it up. Although that's slow, I'm getting my card back. This is 8. They go to 30, I go to 43. Like, I'm getting their last card anyway. If I pass now, I get their last card. I have card advantage. If I play this and they beat it, I don't. This is not a lot. But they may not be able to beat it. They weren't. Oh my god. Okay, that was a better Svalblod showing, right? Like, far from the best, but at least, you know, I went, you know, all in. Like, okay, we gotta We got a Svalblod a little bit in this bitch. Right? Like, I don't know. What is a good Svalblod? What is a good Svalblod? I think that's just one of life's big questions. What is a good Svalblod? Alright, I'm gonna leave it at that. I don't know if I really got 3 matches for this one, but, like, I'll easily settle for 2. You should know that I will occasionally also even settle for 1. If I can only get 1 match, but I think it's really good, that can also happen. But I'm always aiming for like 2 or 3, playing enough matches to where that could at least be possible. We might settle for 2 today. I don't know. I have to look at the footage. But I mean, the deck is fun. The deck is a lot of fun. If you like Skellige, and if you like Skellige and you want something a little bit different than what is, commonly played, warriors, I recommend this. I think it's really fun. Obviously, you could go the more traditional self-wound route with, let's see, they both cost 8, right? Knut the Callous and Sigvald. And, if you want, you can also slot in a defender. I have my reasons for not wanting to run these cards. I don't think they're nearly as fun as what I'm doing here instead. Defender, I just refuse to run because I hate the design of defenders, but that's my issue. But yeah, the deck is fun. Like, longtime viewers who have seen me play Self-Wound a few times will maybe recognize or be familiar with what I'm about to say. Self-Wound Skellige has my favorite engine setups. And like this deck doesn't even... I mean, it barely scratches the surface of what you can do in just setting up something that wounds, something that wants to be wounded, something that wounds both sides with Melusine, another thing that wants to be wounded, and then maybe something that heals that thing and then wounds something else. We can make a long chain, and I love the synergies, the interactions. Armored Drakkar with Svalblod Priest is such a staple, such a Gwent staple. Even back in beta, open beta, like these particular cards did not exist, like Svalblod Priest and Armored Drakkar, and their effects weren't exactly the same, but they were in the game. They were in the game. We had Dim and Light Longship that damaged the unit to the right by 1 and then strengthened itself by 2, so it increased its own base strength. So that's basically Svalblod Priest. And Uncrate Greatsword actually had this thing where every other turn it would heal itself and strengthen itself by 2. I think that's how it worked. So that's like Armored Drakkar, You set it next to the pinging engine. Every other turn, you get a power increase, and then I think the armor exposed variant that we have now, it's definitely more interesting, utilizing different mechanics and armor and such. But like, yeah, it's been such a staple 2-card engine combo in the game for so many years at this point. Yeah, far back beyond Gwent Homecoming. And I absolutely love it. I love Tursek Veteran as a backup option. I love it as just a card that will endure Svalbard's Wrath, stick on the board. Svalblod Totem just now being a resilient location that can damage an ally by 2 every turn just really helps with both of these cards. It lets Tursek Veteran just be an 8-coin card right away. It lets you trigger Armored Drakkar every turn even without a priest. And lets you trigger Vildkar without having to spend 3 leader charges. And yeah, just Fanatics, Svalblod. I'm a big fan of this location rework for this. Svalblod himself, I don't know. I probably didn't show him off properly this time either. I definitely messed up a few times. But I think my solution this time around is just going to be to not advertise this as much as a Svalblod deck. You know, because I did that last time. He was in the thumbnail, I was in the title, and I was like, oh, we're going to play Svalblod. Today, I probably just advertised it as, hey, Self-Wound. We're doing Self-Wound again. And yes, Svalblod is here. He does things. He's good. But there's no reason for you to expect anything major. But I think I rectified some of the mistakes I made last time. Because last time I forgot to use Svalblod Totem a lot of the time. And I used leader charges instead of Totem. That's just, I'm an old man, you know, I grew up with Svalblod Totem being a one-time use order effect. But I think definitely this time I feel like I clicked this card a lot. I preserved my leader charges more, that was something a few people commented on. So hopefully you do agree that I played it better. As for the new inclusion, Sarah's Fearless. I love this card. I love this card. It's a slightly more expensive Roach, but then it's an engine. Like, you can look at this and think that, oh, but it's just healing and damaging, it's not worth anything. In a deck like this, in the right deck, this is an engine. This is an engine that just comes out of your deck for free, thins your deck, tempo, and it's an engine. It's really good. You could do like big heals on a Melusine and just hit off a small unit. We don't have enough small units, honestly. I kind of want Harald Houndsnout in here. I'll see if I can fit him in. Arnvald, not too impressed with him, so maybe that's the cut. Hernkaduk, not super necessary. I wasn't super happy with it, but I do need that second location to run verification. Not a lot of people running scenarios these days, so verification is not a necessity now. But if scenario decks become more prevalent in the meta, I think this is actually a really good deck for verification. And yeah, but for now, I could see myself playing something else instead. And without this, you don't need this. There are things you could do. Obviously, if you want to put in the Knut and Sigvald combo, I think Hernkaduk has to go. A Neuromancy could also be just a Royal Decree, because our main cards are engines. No, rather units. Our main cards are units, so saving 4 provisions to basically almost every time tutor the same card seems worth it. Is there anything else new in here? Mardrome. I don't know. A lot of people play Mardrome in Svalblod. I think it's mainly because of Sigvald. But, you know, it does work with Drakkar. Like, if we don't have a priest, or our priest is preoccupied with a veteran of some sort, then Mardrome is a really good card with Drakkar. Turns it into an 8-point card that also triggers the Exposed. It's also nice to just have, you know, cards that give you points without being units. Because, like, we have units that, you know, play into our Svalblod game plan. But also just not having that many units is also good for Svalblod. Because the less units you have compared to your opponents, the more his nuking is going to be worth. Of course, he makes up for the nuking by spawning bears, which is really good. The card is really cool. But yeah, like Mardrome, this could be anything. You want a squirrel, you want a peller, you want whatever, you can do it. But yeah, Arnvald, not super impressive. I mean, obviously, after you play Svalblod, you nuke a few times. Svalblod sticks on the board, you have small units. Arnvald is insane. But otherwise, like most of the units we damage, they kind of heal up or boost up again. So I don't know, he's not super helpful. I still think he's good, just not incredibly helpful. But with that, I am going to say thank you for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Maybe the Svalblod spectacle wasn't as big this time around either. But like I said, I'm not going to advertise it as a Svalblod video this time. So you don't really get to have an opinion. That's how it works. Anyway, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And I hope to see you again soon for just a tad more Gwent. I'm happy I revisited this deck because it is really fun. And, you know, it seems very capable of winning games when played correctly. So maybe if I'm feeling a little bit bold, I'll let my Wild Hunt deck take a little break and I'll try to climb to pro with this. We'll see. I might just pussy out and play Wild Hunt because that deck never fails me. But that's a story for another time. Until then, have a good one. Stay safe and I hope to see you again soon for more Gwent.